Ladies and gentlemen, on today's show, we discuss the magic of Mambo number 5. Today's guest, Bega, shares with us how he created one of the world's most listened to pop songs, which currently has 247 million views on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, this is Mambo number 5's creator, Bega.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see.
Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thrive Time Show.
Now 3, 2, 1, here we go!
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom.
Ladies and gentlemen, on today's show, we have a blast from the past. A guy who I have played his music over 1,000 times at wedding receptions while running my company, DJConnection.com, before I sold it. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who wrote Mambo number 5, Bega. Welcome on to the Thrive Time Show. How are you?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am so good. I'm feeling so good, and thank you for having me. And I am the best man, the wedding man.
That's
My
right.
music is always there when 2 people are there to be bound by a covenant, which we call marriage, right?
Yeah.
I am there with my Mambo. Definitely, all over the world. That makes me so, proud is the wrong word. It makes me happy.
Well, let me ask you this, my friend. Where do you live these days? Where do you call home?
Oh, man. Home is really where my head is at, and I'm traveling a lot. But home these days, I would say, is the countryside Bavaria.
Bavaria.
You know, just imagine Bavarian cows, Oktoberfest, but the countryside of it. My wife and me, we ride horses. We're out there in Bavaria, yeah.
It looks beautiful. The images I'm looking up right now, they look gorgeous.
Thank you. I needed a peaceful place. You know, my life was kind of hectic.
Yeah.
20 years or more, and I needed a peaceful place. So whenever I'm coming back from a gig, I just enjoy that peaceful habitation and loveliness and peace, and that's what it gives to me.
Can you see mountains right now where you're at?
treasures.
Can you see mountains from out when you go outside? Can you see mountains all around you?
Definitely. We live by the mountainside.
Really?
We see mountains. We live on a mountain. Our horses climb the mountains. Yeah, it's lovely. I love the mountains. I love the sea, but the mountains somehow give me, I don't know, a definite peace.
Well, we have one of our show sponsors with us today, Josh with Living Water Irrigation, and he's going to have a couple questions for you. But I have 3 big questions for you. Three big questions.
All right.
So, Lou, where were you when you had the idea for Mambo number 5? Where were you? Walk us through the process of when you had this epiphany that became an international sensation, and it still is an international sensation.
I was sitting in the English Garden. The English Garden is a fabulous park in Munich, Germany. It was summertime. All these students and girls passed by on their bicycles. It was just a beautiful scenery, right? And I already had down the melody, you know, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Already had that, but I had to fill it with words. So I started thinking about my own past and names and faces that I met, and I started filling them in. So I would say it started in the English park, English Garden, underneath a tree, just hanging out, watching the girls pass by. Yeah.
So when you wrote this song, were you married at the time? Were you a single guy at the time?
No, I felt single. I think I did have a girlfriend at that time, but my understanding of having a girlfriend was kind of loose at that time. So I would say I was a single bachelor kind of guy at that time.
Okay, so you wrote this song. Talk to me about how we go from the song that you wrote, the melody you had, to the verses to the lyrics. How did it go? How does it go from there to being on the radio? What was that process like of getting the song? Because you basically you sell air for a living, which can be hard for people to understand. So how do you go from the melody you crafted into a song that's on the radio?
Well, in our case, my friend, his name is Zippy, and me, we had a basement studio, very cheap instruments, and we hung out there day and night at that time because we had that vision. I wanted to become that guy, Lou Bega, right? So we started crafting, we started sampling at the beginning. We bought all these old classic records from Pérez Prado, Xavier Cugat. These were like the icons, the musicians of the 40s and 50s that did Southside Mambo with their great bands. So we started hearing it, and we started understanding that this is a sound that the new generation totally misses out on, right? And I found out that these songs were basically instrumentals all the time. So when I had the words and the melody, we started recording, and we started putting in a few modern touches so that people would understand it's a modern version of a song. And we had a manager, of course. That manager ran to all the record companies that were available because when people heard the demo, they knew it was special. But, of course, no one figured out how special it could become. So he ran around to all these record companies and pitched the song, basically, and the album, because we already had I Got a Girl, which was like the second song of the album, and 2 or 3 other pieces ready. So we tried to sell the whole package, right? This young guy, 23 years old, hat, gentlemanly style, and his music. But, 90% of the record companies declined it. They didn't want anything to do with it. I remember the head of one of the biggest record companies said, come on, get out with this old BS. This is not something that young people want to hear.
Yep.
And, I kind of got it. But like it is, my friend, it's always like that. One person can change your course. That person understood the whole vision behind it. He understood that it's not only the Mambo 5, it is a little universe of happiness. It's an alternate universe that you can escape in when you hear the whole album. And that's what he understood. So he gave us a contract and the time to fill the album. 6 other songs were missing. And we didn't have much time. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. So it was one of the speedy albums. But this is basically the process. I can break it down that way. That's the easiest way to do it.
As a DJ, when I was growing DJ Connection, I played your song over 1,000 times. I did buy multiple copies of your album, for all the different DJs and stuff. But can you explain to us how as a musician, you get paid? Do you make like 10 cents per album, maybe a half a cent per time it's played on Spotify? How do you get paid?
Basically, this changed a lot. This has changed a lot. Since I am in the music business, it has changed a lot. You have to understand, the first record, we used to call it record. The first piece of music that I brought out happened in 1991. Virgin Records. My name wasn't Lou Bega, and that was the first time I made some money with my music. For a 15-year-old, because I was 15, it was a lot of money. We speak about $5,000 for a song that was not a real hit. It wasn't a smash. It's not a classic. It was just a good song, and it made a lot of money in the 90s, because in the 90s, at the beginning of it, you could make a lot of money. We had CDs. People still bought records, You would receive like 5 or 7 or 8 cents per record, and when that's in the millions internationally, that's a good kind of money, right? But that changed a lot. It did change a lot. I was one of the last guys in 1999 that made a little bit of a fortune with selling music. Now we're living in the digital world. It's about streaming, and believe it or not, people do not really earn money through streaming. You can stream millions of times. You get 0.0001 cent per streaming. You can really say it that way. You can have a streaming hit in one country, and maybe you afford a bicycle. Yeah.
So today? Do you have to make money performing? Is that kind of where the money's at? Is merchandise and performing and that kind of thing?
No, I don't have to, but I love to perform.
Yeah.
And that's where actually the artist survives and makes money and feeds the family is by performing.
How many people have listened? How many times has your album been streamed or played at this point?
I don't know about the streaming, I know it is one of those albums and songs that is really in the top list of streaming. Even the new one that is out right now.
Yeah, tell us.
Not many people know about it. It's called Hatman and Scatman. I mean, Scatman and Hatman.
Okay, yeah.
It's out, and it's already streaming a lot. So I am one of these artists, record companies, that's why they want to buy me in, the old horse again, because I'm one of these streaming artists, they have told me. Because I'm internationally known. The music is open, wide open, so people from all ages, age groups, and, ethnicities, they love to stream it. So I am a streaming artist. Do I make any money of it? I don't know, because we have to perform.
Right.
We're like racehorses.
Right. You like to perform, but you have to perform. I get that. I have a question for you, Lou. We're if you could imagine right now, just visualize. Maybe your wife can Google it later. But we are broadcasting right now from the Thrive Time Show studios. Okay, so I'm in a glass box, and there's about 100 people in the background, and I'm going to have them make some noise for you real quick, just so you can feel like you're here, real in person. So, team, let's hear it for Lou Bega.
Oh boy!
There they are. They love you in Tulsa,
great.
Lou. There we go.
Great, fantastic, amazing. Right, I'm thankful.
They got a standing ovation going right here for you, buddy.
Boy, that's nice to look at. Wow.
Awesome. Well, hey.
After all these years.
Yeah, no, they love it. They love it. I told the guys you're going to be on the show. Josh is excited. I'm excited. Josh, you own an irrigation company. You're an entrepreneur. Lou's an entrepreneur. He's out there. He makes his money monetizing music that he loves. You make your money by installing irrigation systems.
Yes,
I'm sure
sir.
you have a great question for Lou Bega here.
So, Lou, you mentioned Scatman and Hatman, what you're working on now, but just curious for our listeners out there, sir. So what you have going, so it's a two-part question. What you have going on now, and then what's coming up next for you, sir?
Oh, right now, I only in Germany, I brought out a tribute song to Scatman John and a tribute song to my own career, which became 20 years of age this year. So we produced a song which is called Scatman and Hatman. It's out there. Even a music clip is out there. We just brought it out as a tribute. There was no firepower behind it, but it reached many charts in the European way. So now the major companies came. Universal said, "Old Lou, old racehorse, old Seabiscuit, come into our stable. Be part of us."
Old Seabiscuit.
So old Lou, old Seabiscuit Lou received a new record company internationally, and now they want me to produce an album until March.
Oh, this is cool.
Which I'm ready to do. Yeah, so it's going to be an album, and it's going to be out in March. And right now, the first piece of song that you can hear is Scatman and Hatman on YouTube and all the other streaming channels.
Lou, when are you?
And I'm performing.
When are you coming to Tulsa next? I know Tulsa's got to be on your hit list. I mean, think about there's Vegas. You think about L.A. You think about Vegas, New York. You've got Tulsa, Oklahoma's got to be the number one destination for traveling musicians. When are you coming to Tulsa next?
Oh, I would love to. I would definitely love to come to Tulsa, but I have no plans yet.
Okay,
Please invite me.
I'll give you a sod farm tour. I will give you a sod farm tour, and I'll give you a tour of my office if you come to Tulsa. Seriously, if you're ever in the area, if you're ever in Dallas or in the area, you should stop on by. These people love you out here, man. It's we have a lot of casinos near here. We got to get you a gig here in Tulsa. There's a lot of
but you know that I'd rather earn money than burn money.
That's true. That's fair.
Tulsa is definitely should be on my plan. I would love to come back to the States with a new album because I haven't been doing this. The story about my second album is this. I was in New York ready to promote the second album, and what happened at that time, 2001, September, the greatest shock ever, 9/11 happens. I believe that the country and the whole world fell into a coma, into a shock, if you remember. And I couldn't promote any happy music for the time being. And I went back to Europe, and 9/11 changed the way of my career, which was good on some level, but I always loved the United States. And I just want to come back with a good product, and that product is coming, guaranteed.
Lou, I appreciate your time more than I can. I really do. I appreciate your time. I know you could be doing anything right now in Bavaria, but I would like it if you could. You have the floor, you have the mic, you have about 500,000 folks that are going to hear this. What's the message you want to share with the listeners, or the ask or the action step you'd encourage them all to take?
Sorry, one more time?
What's the action step that you'd like all of our listeners to take, or what's maybe the one thing you'd like to share with all of our listeners?
Oh, I would love to share with them that life, is short. Everybody knows it, but we do not act accordingly, right?
Right.
I'm guilty of that as well. And we should just live it, not to the fullest in a stupid way. We just wake up every morning, appreciate what we have. If we're healthy and we have love and we have a little bit of money on the side so that we can provide for ourselves, we shall be happy on some level. And just be thankful. Like I say, the Mambo number 5, first verse, when I'm talking about me and the boys hanging out, remember? I love Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita, right? I'm also saying, I really beg you, my Lord, to be happy, to do the right thing.
Well, Lou, I'm looking
all on my tongue.
I'm looking at your headshots for the new song here, the Scat Man and Hat Man, and you're looking good. You must be drinking a lot of Bavarian fish oil. You're looking great.
Thank you, Photoshop, maybe.
No, I mean, this is good. Apparently, there's no Photoshop here at all. This right here, I can tell this is natural right here, Lou. You're looking good.
Thank you, sir. I'm just seeing my buddies here that eat a cake without me.
Oh, well, hey, I'll let you get back to doing what you do, but thank you so much for your time, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, brother, and thank you, Tulsa, and have a great time, and thank you for playing it 1,000 times.
Hey, you take care. And now, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom! Stop what you're doing and think about this for a second. What would happen if your company was suddenly able to generate exponentially more quality sales leads? That would be incredible. What would happen if your company came up at the top or near the top of the Google search engine results? Well, I would just feel overwhelmed with all that business. How many thousands of dollars in lost sales or millions of dollars in lost sales are you missing out on simply because your potential customers can't find you when they go online to search for the products and services that you offer? I refuse to think that thought because I don't want any more business. Unless you are a dirty communist that hates money, my new book, Search Engine Domination, will help you grow your business. In my new book, Search Engine Domination, we will teach you the specific steps that you need to take to dominate the search engine results. What do you mean by dominate? You see, in my new book, Search Engine Domination, we will teach you the specific steps that you need to take to dominate search engine results. Download your free ebook copy today at thebestseobook.com. I repeat, that's thebestseobook.com.
My name is Amy Baltimore, and I am a CPA in Covington, Tennessee. I've been working with the Thrive team now for about a year. One of the first things that they did was to update my website and my search engine optimization. I prior had a website, but I was not being found on Google, and all of my new business was coming through referrals from friends, family, etc. And right away, I started to see results. People were calling and coming in saying that they found me on Google. They just Googled CPA near me, and there I was at the top of the page. And so it's been a great help to my business.
Again, you can download your free ebook copy today at thebestseobook.com.
Hey, this is Dustin Huff. I'm with Keystone Harbor Marina. We joined Thrive back in January and have been working with these guys for about 7 months. During that time period, we have moved up our Google rank through reviews and SEO processes that we've compiled through these guys. Our leads have gone from about 4 a week to now 165 a week. So the process works. I will tell you from experience, once you begin, you have to stay with it. As long as you continually do this week in and week out, month in and month out, you'll continually grow.
The system works, but nothing works unless you do. You've got to take some action. Download the ebook for free today at thebestseobook.com.
Hello, my name is Daniel with Daniel's Heating and Air here in Amarillo, Texas. The way Google has affected my business, we have got a lot of calls from Google. Right now it's July, and we've had the best month ever. And it took us about 8 to 10 months to get on top of Google, and I'm glad we did.
Remember, nothing works unless you do. You have to go to thebestseobook.com today. Download the ebook for free. Just download that ebook for free, and you'll be off to the races.
Hi, my name is Christina Nemus. I'm the owner and operator of Angel's Touch Auto Body and Detailing in Bourne, Massachusetts. We have been working with Thrive and their coaching for, say, 8 to 9 months, and it took us about 6 months, 5 to 6 months to get on the top of Google, and with their help with the website and marketing, and the SEO and retargeting ads with Google, and it has been phenomenal. We just have light and day business coming in, phone calls coming in, walk-ins, referrals. It's just through the roof, and we couldn't be happier. At the moment, we are up 50% this year from the previous year, and not only is that part of our own hard work and diligence, but also with the help of Thrive and what they've done for us and getting us on the top of Google and, you know, all their knowledge and coaching. And yeah, so super grateful, super pumped to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.
This is your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverbs 10:4. I'm here to tell you, you can do it if you can just motivate yourself. 12 the masses had to cut off a few, so on the daily you and I could rendezvous. A misshapen tree that I had to prune. I had to make cuts to be here daily at noon. So like a tidal wave of knowledge monsoon, I could rain on the parades of those who doubt in you. Are you the next Rockefeller or the next guru, or the next Dr. King who's changing the rules? Walls are in your way, will you run right through? Like a running back, fourth the one, it's up to you. I remember my days back in the dorm room, tuned to the gloom like the temple of doom. Overwhelmed with the doubts that try to consume my hope for the future that I could pursue. But from the mountaintop now I can conclude that you have what it takes if you want the view to.
This is your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time. It's your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
This moment is profound cause you're above the ground. Your road might have been rough, but what you got now is now. We're here to pick you up and to even show you how, but you gotta be resourceful with that old plow. Started from the bottom, but I worked my way up, cause by 4 a.m. I've always been prayed up. Rise and grind as your time, don't dare let up. You gotta get it, don't quit it till your seeds grow up.
This is your year to thrive.
Come on.
Success you will find.
Yes.
Today is your day,
Somebody say,
and now is your time.
it's your time.
It's your year to thrive.
Come on.
Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
It's your time. We all have a wish and we all want to win, but we cannot begin without self-discipline. If you fall on your face, get yourself up again. Attach yourself to goals, not fail with the friends. When the storms get rough and they're scattered and leave, you only be there with yourself and what you believe. We believe in you, but not as much as God does. If you're going through hell, He's got nothing but love. Apply what you learn, increase what you earn, and in due time
You got money to burn. Apply what you've learned, increase what you've earned, and in due time you got money to burn.
Sing it.
Apply what you've learned, increase what you've earned, in due time you got money to burn.
Sing it.
Apply what you've learned,
Sing it.
increase what you've earned,
Yes.
in due time you got money to
With this
burn.
miracle, I look to shout down the doubters, kill the weeds that be killing your dream flowers, empower you to devour all the obstacles that make your sweet dreams sour. As for me, I used to stutter, But now I'm on the microphone, smooth like butter. If I can do it, I know you can too. But you must stick to it like postage do. And while Merton's on the chorus, singing what he sings, I encourage you to dream big dreams.
Today is your day.
Today's your day.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
This is your year to thrive.
Sing it, sing it.
Success you will find. Today is your day.
It's your day.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
Today is your day.
Come on.
And now is your time.
Sing it, Merton.
Today is your day. Now is your time.
I realize I can't sing like that, but I can talk and play the woodblock. Okay. If you guys need me, I'll just be over here.